Hello everyone, welcome to Science and Tech series with Dr. Vivek. Topic for today's discussion is from space segment. We'll be discussing Sentinel-6 satellite launch. Even though it's not directly related to India, but since the theme is directly related to the environmental studies and climate change, so it holds importance globally. So there's no harm in decoding what this Sentinel-6 satellite mission is all about. So let's just decode what this mission is all about. So first of all, like we cover in our Indian space program, the basics of covering any satellite are the launch site, the launch vehicle, the nature of satellite, because that's what you should primarily focus for as a start, and it helps in decoding the newspaper as well. So the launch site is the Vandenberg Air Base in California. Even though it's nothing significant about noting that point down, but you should be familiar that this is some another spaceport. Otherwise, we generally see the Cape Canaveral in Florida. Now, the launch vehicle is the SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket. So it's sent by a private firm, which we all know is making strides slowly. Even though it's a small step in launching an Earth observation satellite, but since it has some ramifications, so it is being celebrated. So India has also moved towards this direction of privatization in the space, and we will soon see some similar themes emerging. Now, coming to the nomenclature part of the satellite is named as Copernicus Sentinel-6 Michael Freilich satellite. So you can say it's a quite an elaborated name to begin with, but then the inclusion of Michael Freilich is due to a scientist called Michael Freilich, who belonged to NASA's Earth division. He was a director from 2016 to 2019. 2020, due to untimely death. So this satellite is named after in his memory, because this was the project on which he was dedicated his life towards. So this is where the nomenclature part comes into the picture. The nature of satellite is Earth observation satellite, because we all know such satellites are perfect for climatology as well as oceanographic studies. Just you can go through your remote sensing satellite notes and you will clearly see that how satellites of Earth observation are critical for such studies. So you just have to mention the Earth observation satellite in the nature category. Now, the specific application of the satellite is going to be that it will measure the height of ocean. It's primarily focused to one specific goal, which is measuring the height of ocean, and that data can be of global importance because it will help in assessing the climate change, because we all know whenever some studies are there related to climate change, we see that there are increased evidences of increase in sea level and ocean levels. That's where such data, when confirmed through the scientific payloads, helps in giving a concrete direction to the policymaker, and it sets the alarm bells ringing that we must do something more than what we are currently doing. So this is the specific application is. So significance, we can say it will further augment, or you could say support, the operation oceanography by giving the accurate data regarding the winds and waves and the ocean currents primarily, that will further help in improving our short and long term weather prediction, whether it's the short term psychological cyclonic phenomena, or it could be the long term like the El Nino, La Nina, because they still need to be decoded firmly on more accurate basis, because these once you decode such weather prediction and abnormalities, they have wider socio-economic ramification for planning the agricultural season as well as for other phenomena. So that's where this Sentinel-6 satellite is going to transform. It's the fun of the satellites of first have been sent. Another one will be sent in 2025 to support the data. It's not that it's the first ever satellite to measure the oceanography. There are like Poseidon, there is Topex, then there is another series which you are there. JSON series is also there globally, and even Indian some satellites are also working in this direction. But this is primarily directed to measuring the increasing ocean level. So that's what it will try to measure the height of ocean accurately, and it will monitor it for some years. So some consistent data would appear and will further improve our understanding. So basically, this theme is linking how science and technology can be useful in the climate change fight by giving the empirical data and supporting the theory. So in a way, this is an interdisciplinary topic related to science and environment, and that's why we are discussing. Because if any such missions related to India is also launched, it will be easy for you to decode. So this is what we have in today's current affair lecture and Sentinel-6 satellite. I hope you find it useful in some way. Thank you very much. Have a nice